Continue to follow that breaking news right now out of Saraland.
And it may be over. Let's go right now to Ariel Mallory. Ariel.
Okay. So as you all are listening, we are getting ready to speak with Sheriff Paul Birch. He is going to give us an update to this standoff. Now, from what we have been seeing deputies take their vest off. We have been seeing them walk away from the home. So from what we believe, they have apprehended the suspect inside. But again, we're going to wait to confirm that with Sheriff Paul Birch. We're waiting on him right now. He is on the phone. So stand by with us just for a few moments. We're going to get a live update from the sheriff on what has happened now with this standoff as he gets ready to give us that update. So just for you all that could be tuning in, just to give you an update, this has been an active situation happening here in Saraland for the last several hours. A gunman barricading himself inside, taking shots at law enforcement. Again, Sheriff Birch is joining us now. He's going to give us a live update.
Well, after hours of negotiation, we were successful to get him to come out without any harm. There is some extensive damage to the front of the house in doing that, but the important thing is he is unharmed. All the deputies are unharmed. He had a couple of dogs. We have one. We're trying to locate the other one where we can get them to a safe location. So he'll be evaluated by medical and then transported to jail after that.
We heard a loud boom. Was that the front door's hinges getting ripped off?
If it was a boom, it was us deploying gas. We've deployed an enormous amount of gas in order to flush him out. I've never seen anyone take this amount of gas, without any kind of protection. But we could see him kind of pass back and forth through the doorway, and he wasn't wearing a mask, wasn't wearing a towel over his face, anything like that. So, he's either extremely intoxicated or on something that's helping him fight that off. But again, he's unharmed.
Right. And Sheriff, we saw you all embracing one another down there, hugging one another. I mean, this has been a very overwhelming last few hours for you and your deputies.
Well, what you saw was a circle around the negotiator. He's been on the phone with him for hours, and it's physically and emotionally draining, to talk someone out of a situation like this. And we're basically just congratulating him for a great job. And, anytime we don't have to, take action, by firing at someone, it is better.
Sheriff, anything that you can tell us about why this possibly all happened today?
There was a probate pickup order issued for him, stemming from, and it was requested by Saraland PD, and stemming from a domestic situation. And there have been threats to law enforcement. He's, neighbors have complained about him just walking out in the yard, in the backyard, front yard, shooting, and so, that they contacted probate and a pickup order was issued.
And how long were you able to, or willing to, keep doing this tonight? I mean, because you've been at it for a while, how long were you willing to go with this, and what would have triggered some other action?
Well, we would have stayed out here as long as it took. We already had to send back for additional gas to keep deploying, because trying to flush him out. If it takes all night long to end it peacefully, that's what we'll do. As far as your other question, should he would have advanced on deputies or endangered surrounding neighbors, then we'd have taken a different action.
And witnesses even told us earlier that this is not the first time you all have been called out to his home for this aggressive type of behavior. I mean, what are we going to do? What are you all going to try to do to keep this from happening again?
Well, again, that'll be up to probate court and then whatever the domestic situation is. And we have not responded here. Saraland PD has. This is their city jurisdiction.
Where is he now, and what is his state at this moment, the last time you saw him?
He appeared to be extremely intoxicated, and again, he's got to be overcome by the amount of gas that he's taken in. But he's currently being evaluated by medical. Y'all may have seen an ambulance pull up, or they may walk him down there. I'm not sure, but he's being evaluated. Probably taken to a hospital, for another evaluation, and then taken to jail from there.
Was anyone else threatened at this time, or before you actually pulled him in and arrested him? Was anyone at risk?
Well, I would say everybody out in the area was at risk. He would continually walk by and fire rounds at deputies. I mean, he was firing a shotgun and a handgun. When I was talking with Ariel earlier, it was live fire at that point.
And for our viewers who may not have caught it, can you tell our viewers the man's name?
It's Christopher What? Corvette, C-A-V-E-T-T-E. Not sure how you pronounce that. First name Christopher, he's 42, 43 years old.
And he's a local gentleman. He's been living here for a while.
He is, yes.
Sheriff, thank you.
Sheriff, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheriff. So again, as you all just heard, that was a live update from Sheriff Paul Birch. He says the standoff here in Saraland has come to an end. The suspect was extremely intoxicated from what the sheriff said, but he is on his way being booked. We're going to be reaching out to the sheriff on what charges he could possibly be facing. Live tonight in Saraland, Ariel Mallory, Fox 10 News.
All right, Ariel, thank you. And yeah, as you heard from her right there, an hours-long standoff in Saraland just ended. It was a very, very active day for that neighborhood out there.
Right, and luckily for the law enforcement, everybody involved, no one was injured. The suspect is being taken to the hospital or being evaluated by medical personnel, and then will be taken to jail.
Absolutely. Of course, we'll have more on this story if we learn more details into why this all went down tonight on our website, fox10tv.com.